We're gonna go out for a walk. Good morning. Oh, it's beautiful out. Gorgeous, gorgeous. No wind. That's why I like going out early in the morning, because there is just no wind. And I just walk and I never have to worry about falling because I got some nice spikes on the bottom of my boots. I got these when I used to work for Fisher's. And we would work in some pretty icy conditions and having to climb around on tanks and always in ice. Oh gosh, I fell so many times, it's like, no more. So now I got these and I can walk literally through a frozen puddle and never lose my footing. So anyway, what a beautiful morning it is out here. We're coming up on a street light. I gotta put my gloves on. Hold on. I'm glad it's dark here. I'll be getting seasick. All right. Okay. Which way should I walk today? I think we'll go this way. We'll go... Yeah, I think we'll walk up this way. Up towards the bank where I went yesterday. Now I'm going to go the other way. There's not much going up that way. This is so pretty. Walk by the grandbabies. Good morning, now you can see me. I got my scarf on, Cammie. I love this thing. This time I got it around my face so my mouth don't, or my face don't get cold. Oh, there's not much going to go on today, friends. I think I'm going to take the day off because I got putz in my house and do some cleaning. And I answered my comments already this morning. And, it's windy this morning. Even though it's dark, it's a little windy. So I know that just tells me it's going to be really windy when day breaks. But oh, it feels so nice to get out here and walk and move around a little bit. Tomorrow I'm going to go over to Dublin and get the chicken, and then I'll do a video and show you how I clean it and debone it, and I may even can some. So I don't know how much I'm going to get. It just depends on how much paychecks are. That really does dictate your budget. I can't believe people still got all their Christmas lights and stuff up. But they are pretty. Well, the road's not so bad this morning, and I gotta go get my grandbabies this afternoon, so I got four-wheel drive, but it's not good on ice. But the road here is fairly bare. I'm gonna stand back though before I cross it, just in case somebody loses control. Sometimes people, they just drive crazy on these roads. All right. I think we're safe to cross. Here are my clickers. I could run with these things on. okay, we'll stick around. Here in the light, I hear something beeping. I'm looking. See behind me? See it's snowing? It is pretty, and those lights are so pretty. And these trees, they're crabapple trees? Yeah, the little crabapple trees right there. They bloom beautiful in the spring. It's just gorgeous with those pretty lights. Kaleva had a beautification grant. So they put in these little lights and some pretty trees. And I think they may have gotten the trees here in town from our tree nursery. I don't know if I've ever told you that. My family, my mom and dad own a tree nursery in Coatmish, and they've owned it since the mid-70s. Okay, we're going back this way. There's people yakking over there. They've owned it since the late 70s. It's like, I think they got almost 400 acres. But they don't run, they still have customers. They're still selling trees, but you know, my stepfather is in his 80s, and he still runs the tree nursery, but he doesn't plant as many trees. But he has a lot of the cities around our customers of his, and they buy trees, and he's got some beautiful trees up there. Yes, I used to work on that when I was in my 20s. I worked on a tree farm. It was fun, but it was some hard work. That's where I learned how to drive the backhoes and all the heavier equipment, tractors. It was fun. And ball the trees, dig the trees. And then when I drove semi, I delivered trees. I've done a little bit of everything. Oh, feels nice out here this morning. But yep, I think they got the trees from the nursery. And Mr. Tim told me I should pick up a flashlight, because remember, the flashlights were on sale too. But you know, it looks dark right here when you're looking at me, but it really isn't, because there's street lights on every corner. I can see pretty much everything. I could see something coming, cats, whatever. No, I never encounter any wildlife, but we are right in the village. There was a little red fox in my compost the other morning. I think it was a baby red fox. Oh, it was just darling. It's a good thing I don't have chickens. A fox in a hen house. But my son's got all the chickens. And he gets the bears out there, and he gets the possums and all the wildlife out there, but I never encounter any of it in the village. Cats. And they're not too bad. So we're going down this road. This is Rainbow Avenue. There used to be a lot of houses for sale here. And then the company that we worked for, Fishers, they sold out to a company out of Ottawa, Canada. And they expanded. No, they downsized, but they expanded. We used to, they furbish, Fishers used to refurbish propane tanks and resell them. So John and I, my husband and I, our job was to go down to the southern states. Usually that's where we were. Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, you know, that little area down there. Some in Tennessee. But we used to go to AmeriGas. We had a contract with them to clean out all their propane yards, the old tanks that were there that, were taken out of service. Well, we'd get a lot of them. But we'd go down, and wherever we were sent to, we would go and clean out the tanks. We'd pump it and put the propane back into their bulk tank. And it was weird because some of their tanks, we pumped fuel out of a tank that had been sitting in the woods, and the date on the tank, on the data plate, was 1958. I would have thought that propane wouldn't be good after that long, but I guess it is. But anyway, that's what we would do. We would pump out the tanks and load other semis. We worked with a broker. I would call them and tell them, oh, we need 4 semis today, or we need, 2 semis today, or whatever. And my husband and I would load those semis full of tanks and ship them back up here to Michigan. And then, of course, when we come home, we would have a load of tanks on our semi. But that's what we did, and we spent a lot of time, especially in North Carolina. Boy, I think I could draw that. Every town in North Carolina. We spent a lot of time in the Outer Banks. And in Albemarle, North Carolina, we were there for 6 weeks. And we pumped tanks, we cleaned out their yard, and we hauled out, or we loaded. By the time 6 weeks was all done, we had hauled out 27 semi-loads of tanks. Anywhere from the 1,000-gallon tanks down to the little 120 stand-ups. So we had fun doing that, though. It was fun. My husband would get up on the semi, and I'd load it with the SkyTrack, and he would put the boards up there so we could stack them, and we were a good team. We worked 10-hour days every day. But when you're away from home and you're living in a hotel, because when we worked, our company paid for everything. They paid for all our food, our hotel, they paid for everything except our personal items, that you pay for yourself. But when you live in a hotel, what's a day off? You might as well work and make some money and take an extra 2 days off when you come home. So that's what we did. We'd stay down there about 2 weeks. We'd work anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a day. And when we'd come home, we'd stay home for about 5 days. It really was nice. And what we made in overtime, made up for that 5 days we took off. So it was nice. But you miss a lot. You miss a whole lot. I missed a lot of my grandbabies, and I'm kind of torn because I really do miss that job. I miss the nice income. It was security. It was good to make that kind of money. But, you can always, money isn't everything. It just isn't. If you can just live comfortable and sleep good at night, have what you need, that's really all that matters to me. But I get to come home and see my grandbabies and be a part of their life, and that's what I like. So, you make do. You make do with what you have. And I get to see my grandbabies every day. Where before they'd always say, Nana, I miss you, and when are you coming home? My one granddaughter would call me up, and we'd be out of town working, and she'd say, Nana, you got to come home and pick me up right now. I miss you. And it's like, it just breaks your heart. So it was kind of a bittersweet moment, but a blessing in disguise that they eliminated our positions. We didn't leave on bad terms. It's just a new company eliminated our position. And they don't do so much with refurbishing as they do making new tanks. So our services really weren't needed. But it was fun. So now here we are, back home, and it feels wonderful. You really don't know that feeling unless you've spent a lot of your time away from home and driving and especially when we were over the road truckers, I call it. People would look at you like you're just trash, you know, because you're living in a semi, but they don't realize that's not, truck driving isn't really a job. It's more of a way of life. It's a career, but it's a way of life. It's a whole new way of life. And when we drove, we would get razzed all the time, like you're some dirty trucker or something. But no, we worked, and people a lot of people don't appreciate the truck drivers. And you know what? Anything you touch in your home, you drive your car, anything you touch was delivered to you by a truck. So, you know, those people deserve a salute. They give up their life, practically their home life, to make sure commodities are delivered. And we did that for years. Sometimes people would say, oh, I appreciate you guys so much, because we'd work holidays. There was no holiday or vacation or anything when you were driving truck. It was like they needed you, you went. And you never knew where you were going, but you knew once you went, when you had to be there. You know, if you were tired, some of it was fun, but some of it was awful. Awful, awful. I miss seeing the different view every day. You know, they tease you about watching the sun come up over the mountains. Oh my God, it's gorgeous in the mornings when you're out there driving. You know, you wake up to a different view out the window. You go to bed in California and you wake up in Utah, you know. It's amazing. It really was nice. That part of it beats sitting in an office, you know, 8 hours a day, staring at a clipboard on the wall. No. Driving was fun, but it had its ups and downs. You'd be sleeping at 1 o'clock in the morning and the buzzer on your Qualcomm would go off. Oh, you got to go over here and pick up this load. You got to have it there in 3 days. That was always rough. But it was good money. But going down to North Carolina, that was fun. That was a ball. We always, you know, thank goodness they never put us in a nasty, you know, rat-infested hotel. We always stayed in real nice places and had real good accommodations. There's a car sitting down there. Oh, they must be picking somebody up. Anyway, this was a good walk. This felt nice. I'm standing right under a street light. Oh, he's gone. He turned his lights off. Well, I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. He's coming this way. All right. Here we go. People are getting up, going to work. I love working at home. I can't wait for spring to get my garden planted, and oh, that's going to be so nice. I'm going to do my garden again, and I'm still going to do containers, but I'm also going to do straw bales. I got 6 of them from my friend. She's storing them in her barn until I'm ready for them. And then see what herbs are coming back and plant my new herbs. Oh, I'm excited to plant to plant for the spring. I'm excited for spring. What is it I saw on Facebook the other day? Gosh, what was it? 77 days until spring. It's like, oh my gosh, that makes it sound like it's just around the corner. Nice. So, okay, we are in front of my house, and I think I've walked enough. Got some exercise, some fresh air. I'm getting a little chilled, so I'm not going to walk no more. Just a short little walk and a chit-chat. People see me walking and talking in the dark, and they probably think I'm a nutty old lady. Why's that old lady talking to herself? Well, it's all right, as long as I don't answer, huh? Okay, we are back at home. Didn't fall, didn't slip. Leave my little spikes on my boots. And we're home, friends. So, you all have a wonderful day. I'm not doing any videos today except this one. And have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow at Dublin. We're going there tomorrow. So, have a good day, friends, and thanks for watching. Thanks for walking with me.